AITA for not removing my doormat because it scares my neighbor's kid. My wife and I, both 32, have been living at our apartment for 4 years and are both huge horror fans. We have had an Art the Clown doormat from Spirit Halloween for 2 years now. It's not a Halloween decoration, it's just what we like. Last month, around the beginning of April, we had some neighbors move in across from us. They have 2 kids. One is a baby, and one is maybe 3 to 4 years old. The first time we met them was a couple days after they moved in. We were all bringing in groceries, and I introduced myself, shook hands, all of that. The dad says, "Still Halloween, huh?" And I just laughed it off. Since then, we've come home 4 times to them flipping our doormat, and we know it's them because we have a Ring camera. We were fine letting them do it and just flipping it back until a couple days ago, when we caught them doing it in person. We asked what the issue was, and apparently their son is super afraid of it, even though the kid was right there and was acting completely fine. Not crying, not anything. The only one that seemed agitated at all was the mom, who swore at us and rolled her eyes and was just generally unpleasant. Haven't interacted with her much before or since. My wife waited until they were inside and flipped it back over. I stayed out with the dad and talked it over, and he seemed fine. He said he understood it was our space, and he'd talk it over with his wife, and that his son was old enough to understand it couldn't hurt him. This morning we walked out and saw our doormat wasn't even flipped over. It was thrown outside of the stairwell. We live on the 4th floor, so it was a very deliberate thing. My wife wants to report it to management, but I'm just about tired enough of this. I kind of want to throw it away, but I also want to keep it. IDK, I'm just confused, y'all. Top comment, report it so there's a trail of them destroying your property. They will continue to escalate. Top comment, NTA. I got $5 that says the kid doesn't care. Mom just likes a certain aesthetic in her place. I'd be Halloweening my door up and reporting her butt. I'd also politely tell her that you've got her on video, and the next time she touches your stuff, you're going to the police. I've had this neighbor, and OMG the horror stories I could tell. Nip it in the bud now, or she'll try to have you dancing to her tune for as long as you have to live next to her. Do not make my mistake. LMAO top comment. Listen, you're going to get a lot of comments saying, it's your house, your life, and while that is technically true, the nice thing to do here would be to flip the doormat or move it elsewhere. You don't know anything about this kid other than the few times you've seen him. He might be silent around you, but waking his parents up because he's terrified the clown is under his bed. You don't know. And your immediate assumption that your neighbors are lying doesn't necessarily mean that they are. If they're taking such extreme time and effort from their lives to keep flipping it over without trying to harass you over it, it's probably not a power play. In the end, is this a battle worth fighting? Is making enemies of your neighbors over a really fixable 2-second solution problem worth it? Is this the hill y'all want to die on? Can this mat not be moved temporarily to the garage door or back door or the inside of the doorway? You aren't technically in the wrong, I guess. But man, you aren't going to open the door to these neighbors doing you any favors in the future. That's for sure. ETA. ESH.